Alright, let's get straight to it. I'm imagining you're searching how to have zero recoil on Siege. Now, there's a few things that we could talk about to make that happen. One, you can buy some cheats. I don't know. Do I buy some cheats? Do I really suck that much? But what if I get a virus? Oh wait, it's only $7? Hell, let me just download it real quick. But if you're looking to do it the right way, legitimately with your own skills, then you should watch this video, because I am not gonna talk about how to get cheats for zero recoil. This right here, this video, I'm gonna show you the best attachments, hands down. Overall, best attachment for your barrel on every gun is Flash Hider. Now, if you feel comfortable on some recoil patterns on guns, then you can use different ones. The extended barrel most of the time, but usually extended barrel doesn't give you that much of a benefit. The damage that it does from most, it only does a big difference to one health operators, which is 3-speed operators. So that then, just saying that, getting that out of the way, I just want to make this quick as possible. But if you're on controller, if you want to have zero recoil, this is really simple. The best setting you can use for a controller to have zero recoil is always have your vertical sensitivity slower than your horizontal. So your horizontal is what goes left to right. Your vertical goes up and down. So you want to have that slower so that when you go to use your thumb to pull down, it doesn't automatically just shoot all the way down when you pull down, but it's a little slower so you can have more control of it, and you just lightly touch your analog stick downwards and you get to control the recoil. Now, mouse and keyboard, for purposes of having good muscle memory, you always want to have horizontal and vertical the same. And what it comes down to with mouse and keyboard is you gotta have a good sensitivity. So you want to use advanced ADS sensitivity, and you want to go through every single one of your sights. And depending on your hip, you have to measure on your mouse pad the distance it takes for you to do a full 360. So my mouse pad is around like 18 inches, and I do a little less than 360. But that's the sense that I found that I like the most. But if I go and if I don't go completely horizontal and I put some vertical into it and go on the Z-axis, I can do a full 360 every time. But then, so just getting that out of the way as well, now you know how you can measure your sensitivity for every single game. But why I brought that up is because depending on your mouse space, if you have too little of a mouse pad, you're probably going to want to have really high sensitivity. If you have a mouse pad like mine, let's say it's 18 inches, you can have a slower sensitivity, and then your ADS can be around these numbers. I have different game settings in the files and everything, so my multipliers are different. So those numbers you can't copy. But what I do want to say is you want to have a 1-to-1 ratio with your hip. So your hip, the way how fast your hip is and the distance your hip goes, you kind of want to have the same feel to every single one of your ADS. So this is 1.5, and the same, I can go left to right the same amount as on my hip. So every time my ADS, it's the same. Now, show your recoil. This is naturally controlling recoil here. Full on holding it down. It's not gonna be like completely zero recoil, but pretty decent. I'm not a pro player, you know, I don't have the patterns completely memorized, but I can hold it down and I can somewhat control it. Now, if you're looking to get better aim, then for sure you want to use a shooting range here. You can put the duration to 60 seconds. You can use the big ball. You can put 4 maximum targets. You can put it on idle, and then the distance you can put on medium, and put this on infinite ammo. You can start it And you can stand right here, and since it's on medium, none of the balls are going to get close enough for you to not see them. So you can just go ahead and start practicing. This is for your aim, really. If you really want to control recoil better, then I would suggest using T-Hunts. Let's go ahead and show you the best T-Hunt settings. If you guys don't know who Bolo is, Bolo loves to use his T-Hunt on Disarm Bomb. Depending on what you really want to go for, you can use headshot only mode, but for now, if you're new to the game, you just want to experience how really everything works perfectly, I'll just leave it on default. And the best map to do this mode on is Coastline. Oh, where's Coastline? I'm just turning all the right here. Turn all the other maps off and leave Coastline on. Because Coastline is a really like open map. It's not a bunch of angles everywhere, so you can just turn you can just do a lot of 180s, 360s. And yeah. Let's go ahead and get into training. You could just use normal and go to Lone Wolf. I'm assuming this video will be for brand new players. If you're looking just to have 0 recoil and better aim on Siege. So one of the things you want to always know how to clear a room. This is part of aim, part of positioning, all those things. So you want to have your crosshair in the right spot. So if you're going to be coming into this, you want to be able to sweep across. See, there's 2 guys there. You want to sweep across, and you already scanned that whole room. You know where that person is. It's kind of the same thing. But you want to scan the whole room. You want to keep your crosshair head level always, so they can just walk into your crosshairs, basically. And you don't have least amount of repositioning your crosshair as possible. Now, for me, DPI and mouse sensitivity, all that stuff is self-preference, but I do believe you should have a 1-to-1 ratio with your ADS sensitivity. That's what really helps the most to control recoil, because the reason why is you have your ADS, let's say you're playing on standard, you have that crap on like way slower than what your hip is. Your hip is like super fast, your ADS is super slow. That's just what I'm using on 1x. Let's just say I'm using 33 on my freaking 1x. Alright, this is my hip. Now this is my 1x. So now it's gonna be way harder to control the recoil. Let me exaggerate it more, because I can still control it. I'm just gonna put it all the way down here just to exaggerate it. So this is my hip. And then this is my I can barely control this. So now I can barely even flick to him. Obviously this is exaggerated. No one's gonna really play with this ADS like this. But that's kind of like what I'm trying to get at, is if it's slower, then you're gonna have trouble controlling the ADS. Somewhat, for being new, I'm basically, I guess you could say I'm new to controllers, so these are the best settings for me, being not that you know, skilled at using controller. I find it the easiest to use right here. I also do use some advanced stuff like using acceleration on my hip and some on my ADS, but yeah. Alright, well, I'm glad this video, I hope this video, could help you. And if you're trying to get into Siege recently and you're trying to learn how to control the recoil, because I know this game could be really unforgiving because it has no aim assist on controller. It has no aim assist on mouse keyboard, obviously, too. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to like the video. If you have anything you want to comment on or want to add on, you can just leave it down in the comments below. Thank you. Bye bye.